welcome back to my channel. Guess what? This is round 2. So you wouldn't believe it. I actually recorded my whole watch collection video. Well, I thought I recorded it. Didn't record it. So note to self, make sure you press record when you have to record. Anyway, take 2, round 2, sort of round 2.5, but hey, let's just call it round 2, okay? So welcome everybody. I hope you find this interesting. I'm going to share with you my collection of watches that I tend to wear the most and love and just love. I have other older watches that I'm not going to be sharing with you because they're really old and I've put them away somewhere and I don't remember where they are. So, well, not that I don't remember, but you know, like I'd have to take things down and open boxes and so on. So let me share these watches that I have here. And what I'll do is I'll just mention something about them very briefly. So let's get on with it. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd love you to. That'd be great. Join the Bits and Bags family. Why not? It's all fun. It's all lighthearted and it's all fun. This is my hobby and it'd be great if you could join me. First watch holder. Second watch holder. Oops. In need of a third watch holder. But anyway, we'll get there. Let me share these with you. No particular order. These are just watches that I love, that I've had for quite a few years. In fact, I haven't bought a watch in quite some time. And there's one that I've wanted for quite some time. I just never pulled the trigger on it because I keep waiting for some sale, keep hoping to win some competition that all these YouTubers run. I don't luck out, you know? But anyway, it doesn't matter. It wasn't meant to be. All right, so let me just start with this one here. This watch you will be quite familiar with if you watch my other videos. I tend to wear this daily, this one and another one. The reason why I wear this so much is because this and the other one pretty much are the only ones that have working batteries in them. So all these other watches I'll show you don't have working batteries, which means that I don't get to wear them so often, which is a shame. So I really do need to get batteries in them. So this is my Marc Jacobs, and this is a lovely chunky gold band. Nice round face. The face itself is not very large. The white face with the numbers and little crystals as well. And it's got Marc Jacobs etched all around. So I quite like this one, I must admit. It's showing wear now because I do wear it so often. Next one along. Love this watch. Absolutely adore it. I don't know if I've shown you this, maybe on my previous channel. This is my Sterling original, and it's a beautiful white ceramic band, beautiful silver face. The numbers are alternating Roman numerals and little crystals, silver sort of dial around there, and beautiful ceramic sleek band. Love this. Another ceramic watch, probably looks a bit Chanel-esque to you. This is just purchased from a little boutique store that we have here in Australia. Well, it's a franchise. It's called Saba. They sell beautiful quality clothing. They have accessories as well. It's got a bit of that Chanel J12 look to it. It's beautiful black ceramic, shiny. When I say black, it's sort of more gunmetal. This is actually a men's watch. I love this watch. Purchased it, about 5 or 6 years ago, and I adore it. I just love it. I love the contrast of the black and the white. Really stands out. Beautiful watch. Again, no battery. Third one along is a Triwa watch, and this one you've probably seen a few times. It was working up until recently, and this is a dark grey sort of plastic and rubber sort of feeling band. It's got the beautiful gold dial there, as you can see at the front, pink face, crystals, and all those other 3 dials there. And I don't know what the function of those 3 dials are. Aside from the date one, I don't know what the others are for. I just like the look of watches with those things on them. You know what I mean? I tend not to go for too many plain watches. I like watches with details on them. I don't know. I'm just like that. And I love this. And every time I wear this, I'm complimented on it because it's a contrast of the gold, pink, and grey. And yet, at the same time, it just works. So, yeah, happy with that one. Triwa. Look into their watches. Beautiful. Next one along is my Roberto Cavalli. I bought this probably 5 or so years ago, no more, from an American website, one of those flash sale websites called Modnique. They sort of went out of business for a little while. I think they're back up on board. It's similar to Rue La La and those type of websites where they have sales for a certain number of days. So I love this. It's a chunky, it's a nice heavy watch. This is also a men's watch. I'm really drawn to men's watches. And as you can see, the face is, you know, a rectangle on its side. What's that called? Anyway, it's got a beautiful silver face. You may not see the details so much, but there's lines and stripes through the center. The hands are in the shape of the signature snakes, because Roberto Cavalli's logo or symbol is snakes. And beautiful watch. I love it because the band is, you know, the links are all tightly woven together, like each row. It's a gorgeous watch. No battery. The last one in this case, which I've kept until now, is my favorite watch of all. It's very blingy, but that's me. And I love this. This was purchased for me by my grandmother because when she was still alive, up until 5 years ago, she lived on her own, and I used to go and visit her weekly and clean her house for her. She never liked the idea of having a cleaner go through the house, always wanted to pay me. I said no, 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 no. And then for my birthday one year, she bought me this. And this is a Rovina watch. It's my most expensive one, $500. You know, it's not up there with the Rolexes and the Breitlings and all those, but one day. Anyway, and I love this watch. I love it. It too needs a battery, and I need to have it looked at. It's got double row of crystals all the way around. It's black, ceramic, and silver. Gorgeous effect. Black face, as you can see. Silver markings, crystal numbers. Love it. There's so much happening on this watch, yet at the same time, it's freaking awesome. And it reminds me of my grandmother. So that's my very special watch. Second watch case along. And I'll say something about these at the end. Next one along is a little watch from the 90s. So this was, you know, when little watches were in back then, if you remember. It's got a nice rectangle shape. It's got a dial at the bottom, which is probably, it's a 60-second hand. This is just by Trent Nathan. Nothing too flash, but it's really sweet on. I like it. I should, you know, there's a movement now going back towards small watches. So I really should start getting this one into action and wearing this more often. It's quite nice. I like it. Also in the small family is a Guess collection watch. I remember the time when I bought this, I loved it, particularly because it was the Guess collection, not just the Guess. So the Guess collection used to be made a little bit better, a little bit nicer than the standard Guess. And I like this because also rectangular face and white face, rectangular shape, I mean. White face, and 12, 3, and 9 are Roman numerals, and the others are just little markers, and the second hand at the bottom. Really nice. I like this. Haven't worn it all that much, but I remember enjoying it when I did wear it. It's very yellow gold, it's very bright gold. Next one along is my Michael Kors watch. This is a beautiful rose gold. This is the women's one because the men's one was significantly larger. My brother went to Hawaii with his wife about 5 or so years ago again. A lot happened 5 years ago. A lot of purchasing. Anyway, and I asked him to buy me this. I gave him the money, of course, and he bought this for me from Hawaii because I know they have all the outlets there. And I love it. I love this one. It's got a pale rose gold face. It's got the markers, crystals, those 3 circular dial things again. Love it. Beautiful, beautiful watch. This one is beautiful. I don't wear it all that often. This was given to me as a gift by a very close friend a few years ago. And we were in a store together one day and we were just shopping and looking around. We were in a boutique and they had these on display. I said, gee, that's a beautiful watch. Look how interesting that is. And she knows that I like, or she knew I liked watches. So she said, oh, I'll buy it for you. My birthday was coming up. I said, no. She goes, yes. I said, no. She goes, yes. I said, okay. So she bought it for me. It's got a cute blue face. It's a little face. But the design, you know, the appeal of this watch is the detail around it. Very Art Deco, isn't it? 1920s. Love it. And this one's got a leather band. I don't have watches with leather bands anymore. So this is my Fossil watch with a missing crystal. It just looks like a missing tooth, doesn't it? It just stands out. Sticks out like a sore thumb. But anyway, this has got a beautiful white silicone band. The thing about these Fossil watches is that they're very easily removable, so you can interchange and put different colors. So it's got crystals all around. It's got a nice silver face, crystals as some of the numbers. Really, really gorgeous watch. And my brother bought this for me from Hawaii too, also for a birthday one year. They'd gone there, and yeah, so he bought me this one. So quite like this one. Next one along is this bright, hot fuchsia. Look at this one. This is the brand is Billionaire, and this was purchased from Modnick again many years ago. And at the time, the toy watch craze was in, the actual brand toy watch, and they modeled a lot of their watches on the Chanel J12 and so on, and other bigger branded ones. And then this was like modeled on the toy watch, which was modeled on the Chanel's and Rolexes and so on. So this was just like a little cheap and cheerful one. It was only $40, but it was fun while I used to wear it. You know, I must admit, people would say, oh, that's a nice colored watch, you know, this and that. So I love it, I must admit. Would I pick a watch like that again these days? No, but it's fun when I actually do wear it. And almost my last one is this one, which you see quite often. This is just purchased from a clothing store, a boutique called Witchery here in Australia, and they obviously have accessories as well. And it's just the silver band, white face, large face as well. It's got the date at the bottom. This one's pretty much my simplest watch in terms of details on the face. Yeah, this one and maybe the gold Marc Jacobs, the simplest ones I have. This is modeled on the Scan watches, you know, with that mesh chain. And at the time they had a gold one or this one, and you know how it is with gold, it always wears away. So I just went for the silver, might as well. And so far the silver's holding up really well. And given that I wear this almost every day or every second day, it's held up really well. And my almost last watch, and I have to say that because I actually have another one which is similar to this, but I've put it away for safekeeping and it's out of the way for me to get it now. But this is a watch that my grandmother used to wear, and we're talking vintage. So the brand is Citron Quartz. It's the old-fashioned digital. Here's the band, here's the face. And I always intended to have this looked at and hopefully repaired, but I'm not sure if that's going to be viable because looking at the back, you can see that there's a bit of corrosion there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that looked at or fixed. I hope to. What's probably happened is the battery's been left in there and its batteries wear away and they leak. So it's probably damaged the internal workings of the watch. But I will sort of look into having it maybe looked at and repaired. This is a stretchy band. It has come away, but I'm pretty sure I can put it back on. It shouldn't be too hard to put that back on because, you know, these come off easily enough. Or I'll just get a watch guy to do it. So then the other one I have like this is a gold version. You know, the old Casio rectangular watches, which they're all back in again. If you go on ASOS, you will find them and you can buy them, like new versions, you know, but I have a vintage one. I just need to find it because I've put it away. And that one was my grandfather's and this one was my grandmother's. So I'm going to look into having these repaired and wear them because, yeah, they have sentimental meaning for me. So now let me share with you these cases that I purchased. And up until recently, I used to have all my watches laying as flat as possible in a drawer so that every time I opened the drawer, I'd be able to look in, see which one I liked, but it was getting messy and untidy. So then I went to a local little Chinese variety store recently. She had 2 of these in stock. They were $25 each, minus 20% because she had a special. So I bought these. I obviously need a third, but at the time she only had 2. So I'm hoping she'll get some more in and I'll go and buy another one. And I like having them stored like this because they're visible and at the same time they're protected from dust and you don't have to worry about opening all the boxes to see which watch is which, you know. So there you go, guys. That is my watch collection. So let me know which one you liked the most. I look forward to reading your comments. Take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.